How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Hello and welcome back to Arcanum Gaming. My name is Richie. Today we're back with another point-and-click adventure game demo. This is an upcoming point-and-click adventure game called Captain Disaster and the Two Worlds of Riskara. As I understand it, this is the third game in a series, although I had not heard the series prior to learning about this particular upcoming game. I'm not sure what it's going to be like. I know it's going to be sci-fi. It's supposed to be quirky and funny. The puzzles are supposed to be very challenging, according to the Steam page. That's about all I know about it. We're going to see if it's any good today, try it out, and I'm probably going to have to go back and play the first two games in the series before I would play the full release of this one, but you never know. Anyway, that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the game. Oh, I did forget. This is being developed by Dave Seaman and Lorenzo. Is it Boni? I can't read my handwriting. Couple of independent developers, sounds like. Somewhere in the Caribbean. Okay. Monkey Island type music. Maybe, just maybe, even deep in the Caribbean. But definitely somewhere in it. This is the life. Okay, so we're on an island. We got a bowling ball here with a face and a mustache or something? Or a rock. Sun, sea, sand, cocktails, and bikini-clad babes. Although we're a little lacking in babes. And cocktails. Guess I'd better speak to the bartender, who happens to be a blue volleyball for some reason. Okay, it's a volleyball. Okay, so on the Steam page they also said it was going to be fully voice acted, but I'm not hearing any voice acting at the moment. Maybe that's not available in the demo. Maybe it's just for the full release. Tutorial. If you move the mouse cursor over something or someone you can interact with, the cursor will change to allow you to either look, pick up, use, or talk with that thing or person. It will also change when you are over an exit point. Sometimes the available option will change after the first use. For instance, you can look at something, and after having done that, you may be able to interact with it. Okay? Wilson, of course. It's an anthropomorphic blue volleyball called Wilson, perfectly normal, and hopefully not in copyright violation. Now that I've looked at him, maybe I should try talking to him. Grog me, barkeep. Sir, I'm not a barkeep, nor do we serve grog. I am a tiki attendant, and we serve exotic cocktails. What cocktails do you have? We have the following selection, sir. Venusian Sunrise, Wookie's Delight, Cosmic Headbanger, Minbari Meditation Maker, Valerian Surprise, Andromedian Blasterzoid. It's quite, let's go with the Cosmic Headbanger. How about that? Actually, I'd forgotten that this drink is now banned across the galaxy. Something to do with it actually causing heads to explode in certain species. Alright, Vesuvian Sunrise then. Sadly, we are out of the key ingredient of Vesuvian turtle juice. Actually, that doesn't sound like something I'd want anyway. Alright, how about the difficult to pronounce Andromedian Blasterzoid? Afraid the last time I tried to make one of those, it created a mini wormhole. I'm too scared to try making another one in case I inadvertently cause a serious breach in the space-time continuum. We're the real cocktail pioneers these days, Wilson. I suspect their remains are scattered across the galaxy, sir. Wookie's Delight. Unfortunately, the Roshir sap for this has dried out too much for me to make this particular cocktail. Since the drink derives almost all of its flavor and alcohol content from the Roshir sap, there is no point in trying to make it. Alright, how about the meditation maker? I don't know how to put this delicately, sir, but, well, you need to have a certain mental capacity to appreciate this drink. Mental capacity, I'm afraid, you don't have, sir. I've never heard of such a thing. That, sir, is part of the problem. Alright. The Valerian surprise. Real surprise about this drink is that it doesn't exist. Then what's the point? It's extremely easy to make and costs no money. Well, that does have merit. Can I have one of those? But do you know you haven't... sorry. But how do you know you haven't already? In fact, I think you've had quite enough of those. I see. Well, what can I have? I can offer you a pina colada. Okay, fine. I like pina coladas. It's missing the tilt over the end there. Really? I never knew. Oh. So we're not just imagining this then. The volleyball's actually alive. Okay. What's the idea of not putting the umbrella in my glass? Look, I'm an anthropomorphized volleyball. Cocktails I can make. Putting little tiny umbrellas into the glass as well? I mean, come on, man. Be reasonable. You can do it for yourself. It may even help the uninitiated to practice combing inventory items. What was that? Nothing. Yeah, I said nothing. Also, I have nothing more to say, so don't try to talk to me again. Boah, ha 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 ha. Why did you do the evil laugh? Sorry, I didn't realize. Boah, ha 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 ha. There. I don't know, really. It was fun, though. Alright, to access the inventory, move the cursor to the top of the screen. You can pick up an inventory item with a left click or examine it by right click. Okay. Left click item when you already have one selected will attempt to combine the two items. Got it. Alright. So we want to combining the cocktail and the umbrella together. I have made a cocktail with an umbrella in it. Amazing. Okay. Now that's more like it. Oh. Sigh. Another total immersion video game bites the dust. Which one this time? Beach of Ultimate Tranquility? Yep, that's the one. Better than life indeed. These things always go up in smoke just when they're starting to get good. Still, it could be worse, couldn't it? 0-bit. Okay, so we were playing a VR game the whole time. We weren't actually on a beach. That explains the volleyball. We're traveling through open space, not a care in the world, not a single bloodthirsty space pirate in sight, just us and the stars, right? You can say that again. We've had quite enough adventures for one lifetime. Why do we have a Venus flytrap on our ship here? What you doing there, buddy? I'm bored. Well, this might help alleviate your boredom. We're picking up a distress signal from an unidentified craft. Doesn't look too damaged. Okay, now it looks quite damaged. Fuel tank ruptured from the cumulative effect of damaged parts. It's taken a lot of damage seemingly from two separate events, an asteroid collision and a space battle of some sort. Whatever happened to the ship, there's not much of it left intact. Any sign of the ship or ships that attacked it? Nope, looks like a smash and grab. There are signs that some precious radioactive isotopes have been removed. I can detect their isotopic signatures. Or that could be some particularly rancid gorgonzola. It's hard to tell. Is the distress signal just an automatic relay that hasn't switched off? It may be, but there do appear to be life signs on the ship. It's a little hard to be sure with all the debris interfering with the scanners. Also, the scanners were sold by Trotter Interplanetary Enterprises. They don't have the most trustworthy reputation, although their fighters are popular with despotic? I don't know how to pronounce that. Despotic empires for some reason. Oops, I clicked through that dialogue. It's possible, maybe even probable. Then I am honor bound to help where I can. Or is it because you're bored? Well, a bit of both, really. Does our transporter thingy work again? It's less reliable the further out we are, so I'll maneuver us close to the area where I detected those possible life signs. That way, there's more chance that you won't turn into a potato during transport. Okay, sounds like a plan. Just how likely am I to turn into a potato? I give a slightly more than even chance of no potato-related transporter incidents if I get in really close. Those are odds I can live with, just about. Okay. So here's our transporter pad. Okay, ready to go? Now don't forget, the comms array is still being fixed by the nanobots. Oh, so they finally ended their strike action? Yes, their representatives recommended they go back to work once we acceded to their demands. What were those demands again? I forgot. They wanted a subscription to Holodeck Monthly. That's all? Yeah, but it's a pretty expensive periodical, both in terms of credits to buy and data transfer rates. In the end, though, we had no choice but to give in. Our core ship systems would have stopped working before we could get to a repair center. Anyway, the important thing is, the only way you can contact me is via a homing beacon. If you meet any life forms that need saving, give them the beacon and tell them to press it. The beacon self-replicates upon use, so you will always retain a copy, just in case. In case what? In case you do what you normally do and make a complete mess of things. That, to be, is absolutely scandalous. Really? You remember that time when... Okay, no need to recount specific calamities that I may possibly have been slightly responsible for. Just get on with it. Initializing sequence. Oh no. Okay. I really have to get that fixed sometime. No life signs, lots of broken stuff. Nice going, 2B. There was a method behind my choice to set you down here. This is the edge of the life support system's integrity zone. I thought you wouldn't want to land right where there are life form signs, just in case. After all, we have no idea what sort of life forms they might be or how friendly they are. You have a point. Thanks, 2B. Anytime, Captain. Alright, well, here's some chocolate. Awesome. Altarian chocolate, the best in the galaxy. Oh no. Like everything else in this room, the chocolate is broken. Oh well, I'll take it anyway. You never know, and chocolate is chocolate after all. Yes, chocolate is in fact chocolate after all. A Voight Camp machine. It's a broken Voight Camp machine, although there's still a close-up of an eye on the monitor, which is still moving. Gives me the creeps. Okay, guess we don't want that. Hexacorder? I'm guessing that's a tricorder, except, you know, they can't call it a tricorder. It's a hexacorder, twice as good as a okay. Or 1.5 times as good as my old quadcorder. Pity it's broken. It would have come in very handy. Especially the electromagnetic corkscrew function. Can we pick it up anyway? No. Okay. Super deluxe hand. The ultimate in hand phaser technology. Can even melt ice cubes. As with almost everything else here, sadly, it's utterly broken. There's a stormtrooper helmet. It's the only thing in this pile that isn't broken. The team creating it was so useless they even managed to spell helmet wrong. The error was only realized after 300 million units had already been shipped, so they stuck with it. Unfortunately, despite being unbroken, Stormtrooper helmet is completely useless. I once tried one on, could barely see anything through the visor. But a towel. Everyone knows what that a towel is just the most massively useful thing an interstellar hitchhiker can carry. Unfortunately, this one is ruined. Is that a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference? I can't remember. It's been so long since I read those books. I don't know what some of the stains on it are, and I have no desire to find out. Also, since I have my own ship, I'm not an interstellar hitchhiker. fair point. How about a boot? Is that a... No, it can't be. Can it? A boot of stomping. No, it's but a humble anti-gravity boot, which would be awesome, but alas, it's no longer in working order. Okay, so nothing here works. Got it. At least not at the moment. Alright, we got a dripping pipe. Some kind of coolant pipe, I guess. Whatever's leaking out of it, I'm not getting too close. No idea what it's monitoring, but it's doing a good job of it. Alright, obviously we have a doorway here. I don't see anything else to interact with. Alright, let's move on. Oh. Grand Knight of the Realm rode in upon his spacecraft to save those in peril, and verily they were thankful, and gave unto him hearts most full of gratitude. Oh good, someone to set us free, hopefully not a complete loser. Why are they in, like, brig cells? Well, howdy, a customer, I mean a savior. Why hello, my good chap, I am so pleased to see you. I do hope you've come to rescue us, akin to the saving of the Triskelions of Thrand by Galopidus of Methodonica. That's quite a mouthful. Well, they're an interesting bunch. Control panel. Control panel is functioning but needs a keycard to activate. There's no other way to deactivate the force field. This alien is dressed like someone who does metalwork or something, sporting an impressive mustache. Good day to you. Well, howdy, son. If I wasn't in this cell, I'd sell you a monkey wrench. People tell me it's really called a spanner, but I takes no notice of them. What'd you do to be stuck in the cell? Now, look here, son. I did nothing at all. I say nothing except be born as a Gaspedonian. Sadly, the evil Narcissians have enslaved our people for many generations. These guys, foul, evil creatures who unfortunately far outstrip our technological capabilities. They're also unlikely to buy hand-wrought metal goods as they favor 3D printed plasteel. Philistines. I'll help you get out of here. Whoopee, that would be just fine and dandy. I'm a blacksmith by trade, son. If you can perform this great kindness, I will give you 20% off all my products for an entire month. Bid thee farewell. Don't be a stranger too long, son. Alright, how about this guy? Alien looks a little bit like an upright slug. A very well presented and intelligent looking upright slug, admittedly. Who are you? My name is Rodolfida. These names are going to kill me. Alright, I'm a historian from the planet Gaspedonia. What is this ship? This is a cargo ship carrying captive creatures, including us. Why are you here? Sadly, our people have been used as slave labor by the evil Narcissians. We are on our way to serve in the mines on some planet. What we will be mining and on what planet, we have not been told. The only surety is that we will live short, miserable lives full of hardship. That's terrible. I'm guessing that they're lying to us. I have a feeling that they're just criminals. Damage taken by the ship has caused this control panel to lose connection to the power grid. If I can find a power cell, I should be able to reactivate the panel. Okay. Let's move on to the control room. Alright. Here's a control console. Seems to have taken massive damage internally. Hardly any of it is functional. I can just make out how to access parts of the cargo manifest, but that's all. Could come in useful, but I can't think of how at this moment. Fan is trying to keep the component above from overheating. Not sure what this is, but there's a fan going absolutely crazy trying to keep it cool. Not gonna stop. That's not gonna stop the fan from turning. Okay, we do want to stop the fan from turning. Seems like. Alright. There's a doorway here. I have absolutely no idea what this does. Okay, we can't go off the bottom of the screen. Let's try this door. That's a big bug. What was that? I'm so startled that I didn't get a proper look at it. That's fine. Let's take this thick metal bar. A thin metal bar. I guess it must be from one of those broken cages. Guess it could be useful. Some crates. Packing list says this crate is full of alien artifacts of uncertain origin. I'm leaving it all something alone. Apparently this is Metro Shoot. I can't read that. Schrodinger's cat crate. Chinese crate. This music is a little bit loud. Is there any way to turn the music down? I can turn the overall. Well, there's no voice. No voiceover anyway, so just turn the music down a bit there for the moment. Oh, let's save too. I don't know if you can die in this, but that bug looks a little bit intimidating. Before we investigate the rest of this, though, let's come back here, because I have a feeling that we're going to want to stick the pipe in the fan here. Not exactly sure why. Component is so hot without the fan cooling it that I could fry an egg on it. Fry an egg on it. We want to melt the chocolate for some reason. That would just result in very messy melted chocolate. There are lots of food items here, but I don't know why I'd want them right now. Well, there's even a bottle of Horsel and Glink's pineapple and Zeldergeist fruit antimatter wicked strength chipotle sauce. Who actually buys that stuff? What is that? A key? Looks like a key card. I've seen lots of different aliens before, but never this type. I have no idea what it is. Maybe I can look it up on the control console. So, buggy bug. Nice bug alien. Oh. Horrible bug alien. Okay. I bid thee farewell, foul beast. Alright, he doesn't like us. There are no images intact in the database, so I need to find the bug alien's name to find anything useful in the cargo manifest. Maybe one of our friends back here knows what it is? How about you? I didn't talk to you yet. This creature seems to look permanently astonished. Must be pretty exhausting to look surprised all the time. The very embodiment of teen rebellion. Slug-like teen rebellion. Do you know the name of the bug-like alien in the storage bay? I saw those when we were boarding. I think the name begins with an F, but I just can't remember the full name. Maybe that will help jolt someone else's memory. Hello there, General Kenobi. Hello yourself. Who are you? Who am I? Who am I? Only the best singer Gaspadonia has produced since Elvis Diano. So your actual name is Weldy Kimbo, the hippest singer in the cosmos. So what are you doing in this cell? Just waiting to be delivered to my new slave masters on the planet Narcissia. I can't pronounce it. Narcissa? Narcissa. I think that's, I don't know. If you have any better idea how it's pronounced, let me know. Number singing for me, just pain and suffering. Thanks a bunch, life. Alright. Laters. Okay, do you know about the bug? I know what the bug is, George. You call it a bug alien. I call it a beacon of natural beauty. See not only what the optic senses detect, hear more than the auditory nerves discover. Okay, but do you actually know what it's called? Alas and alack, I do not possess this information. Well, thanks anyway. How about you, buddy? You know? Do you know what it's called? Oh, now those guys. Yes, they are. They're called, botheration. I just can't bring it to mind at the moment. Until it begins with an F. Ah, yes, of course. The creature is, I believe, called a flit. They are often transported to become 200 exhibits? What? 200 exhibits? I don't understand that phrasing, or did I just misread it? Alright, let's see if we can look it up now. Flit, now I have that information. I should be able to find something on the console. Partial to chocolate chip cookies and hovers when it's happy. Apparently, it's extremely selective in what it likes to eat. Other than that, there's no other information of any use. Alright, well, we have chocolate. That looks like cookie something. I wonder if there are any chocolate chip cookies. Oh. Well, there's some cookie dough. I'll take it. I transport back to disaster area and use the replicator, but every time I've tried transporting food, it's turned into a potato. That's fine. So we've already figured this out. We need to combine the chocolate, the broken chocolate with the cookie dough. I'll just stick these chocolate bits in the cookie dough. Voila. We now have chocolate chip cookie dough, just like the Mad Auntie Astrid used to make. The Mad Auntie? Or did I don't know. Alright, let's cook a chocolate chip cookie here. Well, that's the last cookie dough used up. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and feed our little bug friend here. Here you go, buddy. Here, Flit, have this yummy chocolate chip cookie. I made it myself. Aw. It's so happy it's flying and buzzing intently to itself. I pronounce myself chocolate chip cookie baker extraordinaire. Alright, key card. Alright, here's another door we can open. What do we got here? It's covered in congealed green gunk from that burst pipe, but I can just about make out the title. The Big Book of Rhymes for the Crimes of the Poet Who Doesn't Know It. Can't turn the pages, it's too gunked up. Lots of books of the old-fashioned kind. Unfortunately, now is not a good time to sit and read, unless I can find something of intermediate use. Okay. It's a book vending machine. Container sorts a bit like a vending machine. Oh. What is that you say? What? A simple box. I'm most definitely not. Sir, you took the wrong shot. Your assumption is freezing cold. Not even close to hot. What? A simple box? I'm not. Okay, then. So you are an, behold, for I am a container bot. A container what? A container bot. What is contained in this here bot? This here bot can contain a lot. What joyous items do you have then, Container Bot? Container Bot is sad to say that almost all his items have gone away. All things given out in one or another way. There's nothing left in me today, except one sad item that indeed did stay. What is this item that you have left? My remaining item is really swell. This one last thing could serve you well. Although not configured, as you can tell, it should function if you know the spell. It's a most useful portable power cell. That would be indeed useful. Giving out objects is my function, but I cannot do it at this junction, for there has been an unfortunate dysfunction. which has caused my circuits to malfunction. Many apologies for this compunction. I feel you need to find a rhyme for orange. You're no match for my brains, you poor fool. Something about drool. Alright. A power cell I truly need to free some aliens who are indeed wanting to be freed from their plight. No, that doesn't work. I really need a cell of power because of needing to free people from a tower in which they can't help but cower. I can't think of anything else to rhyme with power. There once was a hero named Captain Disaster. He started off slow, but became so much faster. He could run through walls if they were made of light plasti. Okay, I have no idea where I'm going with this. If you can give the cell to me, I know of people who need to be set free. Their plight is truly tragic, you see. I think I'm on the right track here, but I need to think of more rhymes. I'm sure there could be rhymes for almost anything, but me seems an easy one to focus on. If only I could find some more rhymes somewhere. I feel the need to find a rhyme for orange. Alright, gotta go. There are many ways in which to say goodbye. I do it now with just a little sigh. Go now to your cooking of biscuits or pie. I envy your freedom, and that is no lie. Now go forth, a good person, or at least give it a try. Alright, well this was a book of rhymes, right? Book would help me find the right words to get through to ContainerBot if only I could turn the pages. Alright. Anything else over here? Nothing else I need from there. Flood is happily hovering after its chocolate chip cookie snack. Alright, well, let's head back here. Let's go and use our security pass on these two. I say, what a good chap. Thanks ever so much. That's great, man. What a guy. When I get my shop set up, you can have the cheapest item completely free. And you buy 3 of the most valuable items. Thought he was ill for a moment there. I need to send these 2 to wait on disaster area and then get the others freed. Alright. Take this homing beacon and press it. You'll be transported to my ship. Thanks a million, son. You can have a discount at my store anytime. Terms and conditions apply, of course. Looks like he left something behind. Here, press this button, you'll be transported to my ship. Dear boy, you are our very own Golopedus of Methodonica. Alright, a spray bottle of something called Slime No More. Perfect. Alright. I'm having a lot of fun with this so far. I like the writing. I like the art and the setup and everything. The puzzles are pretty decent. I mean, there isn't like a huge variety of things. Like, I'm not picking up items and not really sure what to do with them. It's pretty straightforward as to actually solving the solution. What am I trying to say? Actually solving the puzzle. Alright. There, that's taking care of the pages. They're not... There's not enough to unstick it from the wall, though. Just want to need to find enough rhymes to satisfy that ContainerBot's lyrical processing style. Yes, I see. That'll work. Alright, here we go. The best I came up with is using a lozenge. Which doesn't really work, and I definitely can't find another rhyme now. Wait, what? If you can give the cell to me, I know of people who need to be set free. Their plight is truly tragic, you see. Armed with my new knowledge of rhymes, I think I can complete this sequence. And their future depends solely on me. Finding both the power and the key. You put your requests so well into verse. With my dodgy circuits, it's the only way I know how to converse. Apologies if this method seems to you perverse. I know you did not mean to be exceedingly terse. Now I give thee the power cell. Please, sir, do it well, nurse. Okay, thanks. Power cell. Oh, one of these kind of puzzles. The configuration of this power cell is all wrong. There should be an unbroken connection between the two contact points. If you find the sections rotating too fast, you can change the speed by pressing 1, 2, 3, 4 the keyboard. Okay. Alright. That's not going to work, is it? Neither is that. Here we go. Alright, got it. Alright, power cell is now fully operational. Perfect. Alright, let's go save these last two slug guys here. Put the configured power cell in place. Hopefully it's not too damaged for the control panel to read the keycard successfully. Oh, mighty hero, thou hast saved us from an evil fate betwixt the stars. Yeah, thanks, you're our hero and whatever. So, if you have any kind of plan to get us off the ship, just let us know. Press the button on this homing beacon. My ship's computer will transport you over. I don't know why the force field isn't disappearing. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. What's your ship called? It's called the Disaster Area. Wow, that inspires confidence. Last one. Take this beacon, press it. Yep. O fair knight, thou art our savior in our hour of greatest need. Your deeds will become part of an epic poem of my devising. Lovely. Press the button in a few seconds, will you? Well, that's a relief. Well, I suppose there's nothing for it but to go back to Disaster Area myself now. Distress signal is still going out. Hopefully someone will come along that can transport the flit and maybe even give Containerbots something to do. But Disaster Area is going to feel cramped enough with all my new guests. My quest is completed and nothing went wrong this time. Hello? Is anyone there? Who turned on all the lights? Oof. Well, thanks a lot, whoever tripped me. I'm sorry, son. I really am. We're gonna have to borrow your ship for a while. You see, we're not actually slaves. Called that. We were prisoners, old fruit. Exiled from our world, we now seek a new one. Thank you, fair knight, for providing our transportation. Oh boy. Alright, thank you for playing the demo for Captain Disaster, Two Worlds of Riskara. Pretty fun. Yeah, so the game's available to wishlist on Steam. It's, according to the Steam page, it's supposed to come out sometime this year, 2025, although there's no specific date. I'm guessing closer to the end of the year. Full game will, of course, contain achievements and be fully voice acted. Okay. Alright, and, yeah. So that was the game. Let's take a break here, and then we'll talk about it. Alright, guys. That was Captain Disaster, the Two Worlds of Riskara. Is that right? Yeah. So, yeah, pretty fun. Good. Fairly simple, but the puzzles were enjoyable. Setting seems fun. I like the writing. The dialogue was okay. It'd be nice to see what it's like when it has the full voice acting. I'm going to have to go back and check out the other games in the series now. I don't know how old they are or if they're on the same level as this one as far as graphics and writing and all that, but who knows? Have you guys played them? Do you know anything about the series? Are you looking forward to this one? Let me know down in the comments. I'd appreciate it. So yeah, it seems fun. Another game to add to the wish list. There's been a lot of great adventure games coming out lately. I think pretty much every demo that I've played so far I've enjoyed. And I've been playing a lot of demos lately. So yeah. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, let me know what you think about this one and the rest of the series in general down in the comments. And if you have any suggestions of other upcoming games, specifically adventure games like this that you want to see the demos of, I do have a pretty big list. Don't particularly have an order that I'm recording them in. Just trying to do all the ones that are, estimated to come out this year first, and then there's a whole bunch more that just have no specific date in mind. We're going to get into those later on. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.